Sergey Sirotkin was born on August 27, 1995 in Moscow, Russia. His father, Oleg Sirotkin, owns an aviation research company, which funded Sergey's motorsports career. Sergey raced in karting from 2008 up until 2010 when he entered the Formula Abarth Championship. He finished 18th out of 40 drivers that year with his team, Genzer Motorsport. 2011 would go a lot better for Sirotkin, as he won the Formula Abarth European Championship and came a close second in the Formula Abarth Italian Championship. Sirotkin would leave the Formula Abarth Championship in 2011 and join both the Auto Grand Prix and both the Italian and European Formula 3 Championships in 2012, coming in 3rd, 5th, and 6th. Sergey also ran 2 races in the Formula Renault 3.5 series, though these races did not amount to much. In 2013 Sirotkin got his best drive yet as a Formula 1 test driver for Sauber. 2013 was pretty quiet otherwise, with Sergey only competing in one other championship, which was the Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. He finished 9th. In 2014 Sirotkin was yet again a test driver for Sauber and once again competed in the Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. This time he finished 5th, and that attracted the attention of at the time GP2. Sergey signed with the Rapax team for a GP2 drive in 2015. 2015 was a very successful year for Sirotkin. He finished 3rd in GP2 behind only Alexander Rossi and Stoffel Vandoorne, who I will probably both make videos about. Doing that in his rookie year in GP2, especially with 4 future F1 drivers, is very impressive. Sergey finished the year with a singular win and 5 podiums. This could technically warrant an F1 drive by itself, but he only got rewarded with another test drive for 2016, this time with Renault. 2016 was a pivotal year in Sergey Sirotkin's career. He needed to expand his trophy case to grab the attention of F1 teams. And he once again finished 3rd. Pierre Galzi and Antonio Giovinazzi, now with 2 wins and 8 podiums. Sergey now had 2 respectable years of GP2 under his belt, which would come in handy later. Sirotkin also extended his time as Renault's test driver to 2017. 2017 was probably the most quiet year of Sergey Sirotkin's career so far. He had the test driver role for Renault in F1, but he did not compete in GP2, now rebranded to Formula 2, other than 2 races with Art where he scored a total of 9 points. Sirotkin also made a one-off appearance at the 2017 Le Mans 24 Hours in the LMP2 category. His team finished 16th. But at the end of the year, Williams Racing of Formula 1 held a test session at the Abu Dhabi circuit. Sergey impressed the team with his skills. A few weeks later, the team announced Sergey Sirotkin and Lance Stroll as their 2 drivers for the 2018 season. 2018 was probably the most notable year in Sergey Sirotkin's career. The season started in Australia where he qualified 19th. Well, bad luck was on his side, when a Ziploc-type sandwich bag got stuck in the brakes of his car, causing him to retire from the race. The next race in Bahrain he out-qualified his teammate, but finished his first Formula 1 race in 15th behind Lance Stroll. The next race in China he did the exact same thing, out-qualifying his teammate but finishing in 15th, once again behind Stroll. Things were looking up in Azerbaijan, with him qualifying 12th, which would end up being his career high qualifying position, one he would get twice. Well, his race ended on the first lap with a crash, which wasn't the best. In Spain he had a grid penalty, which caused him to be out-qualified by Lance Stroll. He would finish last in that race. For the Canadian, French, Austrian, and British Grand Prix he finished last every time. In Germany he repeated his 12th place qualifying position, but retired from the race with oil leak problems. In Hungary Sirotkin finished 16th in Hungary, ahead of Stroll. After the summer break, Sergey Sirotkin went on to have the best 2 finishes of his F1 career. He finished 12th in Belgium, but in Italy Sirotkin managed to finish in 10th, the only points finish of his entire F1 career. But after the height of his F1 career, Sirotkin returned to being mediocre, which was mostly due to his car, finishing 19th, 18th, and 16th through the next 3 races. In the United States and Mexico, Sirotkin finished 13th. In Brazil he finished 16th, and to round out his career in Abu Dhabi, Sergey Sirotkin finished 15th. Most F1 fans haven't heard much of Sirotkin since he left Formula 1. After his rather pedestrian F1 career, Sergey Sirotkin has raced in mostly endurance racing. In 2019 he raced in the Le Mans 24 Hours again, but this time he did not finish the race. This year, Sergey is involved in 3 championships. Formula 1 has given Sirotkin a job as a reserve driver, with Alpine. He made a one-off appearance at the Intercontinental GT Challenge, where he is listed as not counted. Sergey also races in the GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup, where he sits 20th in the championship with 1 pole position. Sergey Sirotkin has had a very quiet motorsport career. I'm not trying to knock on Sergey, he is a very talented driver with a lot ahead of him. Remember, he is still only 25 years old. But, he has just kind of disappeared since his F1 stint in 2018. He is kind of like one of the guys who beat him in the 2016 GP2 championship, Antonio Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi is also an underrated and quiet driver who has accomplished a fair bit. The only difference being Antonio's stint in Formula 1 has been longer than Sirotkin's. Now here is my opinion: if Sirotkin had won the GP2 title in 2016, he would still be in the sport. Would he still be with Williams? No, I could see him at either Alpine or maybe even Haas. Or maybe he even could have proved himself even more and he would even be at Ferrari or Red Bull. Those last 2 are very far-fetched, but anything could have happened. Now, another opinion: can Sirotkin return to Formula 1? Maybe. I would be surprised if he made his way back on the grid, but it is possible, especially since those Alpine or Alfa Romeo seats are going to become available soon. Sirotkin, if you are somehow watching this, I wish you the best in your career. I miss you on the F1 grid. And to everyone, stay safe and have a great day. Goodbye.